Hi Falcon family, my name is Mehdi El Mardi, senior player for the men's basketball team at SPU.
Many teams started out to finally got back onto the floor. First off, last week, how did it feel to finally get to play some games?
It was nice, it was fun to be back on the court. It was great to be in an atmosphere where we can actually play again and feel as safe as possible. The outcome wasn't the one we desired, but it's finally nice to be back on the court.
I bet it was. You mentioned the outcomes weren't what you wanted. Whitworth, you lost both here at home, but the second game was a far better game. You had a lead with 5 minutes left. Why did the team improve from the first night?
I think we realized some of the stuff we had to work on as well. Like, we haven't played in a long time, so knowing, like, having that first experience, first game with this new group and learning like what things we need to focus on to be better. Also, like, we did a lot of work on the back end and the coaches with scouting and looking at like what we did wrong and trying to fix it and how to stop the other team. I think it was a teamwork. We still have a long way to go, but we have a really good work ethic and everybody in the team believes that we will do great, hopefully soon.
You led the team in Thursday night with 14 points. 12 of those came in the second half. You were especially effective early in that half. Why were you so effective?
I mean, we don't want to lose. We have a really winning mentality here and we want to play hard. I think it's not like who's scoring or who's doing great. It's just like in this team, like, there's so much talent, and it was my turn to step up and I tried to do my best that game. And yeah, and I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't because of my teammates. Like a lot of my baskets are off of assists of my teammates. So yeah, so I say like most of my points are because of my teammates, not because of myself. You
mentioned assists from teammates. On Thursday, Devontae Moffitt was especially effective at getting you the ball. He had a good week, 30 points in the opener. Just talk about Devontae's play last week.
Yeah, Devontae is a great leader. He works hard on defense and on offense. He brings every day so much effort to practice. It's someone like really reliable. It's really awesome to have him on my team. I'd say it's great to have him on my team.
Well, we mentioned that it's so nice to get back on the floor. It's been a long time since it was March 6th was your last game. You guys were down in San Diego ready for the NCAA Tournament, and they canceled the day before. First off, what do you recall about what was your emotion, disappointment when you found out you weren't going to be able to play in the playoffs?
It was really sad. I mean, it was like my first NCAA tournament appearance, so I was really looking forward to it. We also had a great group here. Like, we were all excited about playing, so it was a sad moment for the team. And it was also filled with a lot of uncertainty because we weren't sure where we were going to get back. We thought like we would get back sooner. We ended up getting back like 5 months later, which nobody expected at that point. So yeah, it was really a sad moment for the team.
And clearly, it's more of it than about basketball. The whole world really was undergoing a unique situation here with the outbreak. Would you take us through? Classes were online last spring. Take us through last spring just briefly and what you've been doing since then.
Yeah, so I mean, during my schooling, like, I've had online classes. So I mean, transferring, I think a lot of teachers had to adapt first of all before a student had to adapt after. I had like experience taking online classes, so I'm speaking from experience. Like, it wasn't a hard adjustment, but I know that a lot of people, especially freshmen or new students, like, it's normal that they would have a hard time because they never had to learn and go to classes online for months, not even like a week or two, for months. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a hard adjustment for a lot of people, and we saw it on the news, saw a lot of people complaining all over the country. So yeah, I just hope that everything goes back to normal as soon as possible.
And where were you then during the summer months when school was not in session?
Yeah, so my plan over the summer was to go visit my family that I haven't seen in a couple of years now. Sadly, like, the borders were closed and I wasn't able to travel to see them. I stayed most of the summer in Nashville, where I lived before, and I stayed there for a couple months before I came back in August.
Great. Your family, most of them in Morocco, I believe. How are they doing?
They're doing well. I mean, it's kind of like the same as here. Like, they cannot do much. They're staying in as much as possible and trying to be careful and cautious.
Great. And then you return to school here. How have things been going? Fall quarter, most classes online.
Better. I mean, of course, like, we've had like 2 quarters before that we had to go online, so we had that experience, and we were also already used to a certain routine that helped us like do better like last quarter than the previous ones.
Great. Well, tell us where you are academically, what you're majoring in, and when the end line is, finish line for you.
Yeah, so I'm doing a master's in data analytics. I'm closing up on finishing that master's in next quarter. I'm really looking forward to it. It was a great program that I was really glad that I ended up joining.
Great. Well, and we'll return back to the basketball court. This week you have your 2 road games. Hit the road for the first time. A familiar opponent, St. Martin's from the GNAC Conference. You play on Wednesday and Thursday at 6 o'clock. Your thoughts on those matchups?
It's a big rivalry. We're coming from a really tough week, so we're going to bring everything we have. We're not going to leave any effort out. We're trying to do as much work to be ready, like technically and technically. And yeah, we're just looking forward to another opportunity to step on the court and play the game that we like.
Mehdi, thanks so much for your time and good luck this week.
Thank you so much.